Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason and today we're back with some more Distant Worlds universe. Last time, some wars broke out which actually caused us to break one of our agreements, one of our mutual defense pacts with the Isilis Major Enclave, so that basically we had to choose the Kaedians or the Isilis Major Enclave, and since the Kaedians were, the Isilis Major Enclave were the aggressors, I took the side of the Kaedian territories here. So we are now currently at war with both the Tikans, which are right up here, and the Isilis Major Enclave. Now, this also had the unfortunate effect of impacting our victory conditions, our human race victory conditions. One of them is to make mutual defense pacts with 15% of all the empires in the galaxy, and now we only have one. So that's brought us a little bit further away from victory, which, you know, understandably has made me a little bit annoyed, but we'll be able to we will be able to work through that. So right now it seems like the game has just turned into just all-out war, which is, I kind of expected things to sort of turn into. I expected things to go this way eventually, because you know, when I originally even set up the game, you know, the galaxy was set up, I believe was a chaotic. It was unstable at the very least. So, you know, I definitely set the game up to be, you know, so that things wouldn't be all honky-dory and all, you know, everyone was getting along with each other. So I guess war is sort of like a regular part of everything. So what am I going to do this session? Well, in this session here, first things first, I always forget about my intelligence agents, so I want to make sure that they're being efficient, like they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And apparently we still have Kobe Callan out stealing research information, so we'll let him continue doing that. He should be done that about halfway through the next year, so he still has a little ways to go before he's done with that. Now, last time I also posed a question, and I got a lot of answers from you guys about, you know, how I should play through the rest of this playthrough. You know, should I replace it? Should I change it out with something different? And the impression I got was, you know, while good and while some people liked it, it was getting, we'll say, a little old, or you know, and a lot of people were okay with at least, you know, dropping it down to maybe one time a week. Now, I haven't made any decision yet, especially because I haven't decided what game I would be replacing it with. That's probably something I'll be looking at doing it, we'll say, like in the new year. But so I'll leave some time for, you know, people to find the video to be able to, you know, maybe leave their voices on the topic before I make a full decision on the matter. But the way it's looking right now is we might be making a bit of a scheduling change for this particular playthrough. One thing, though, I do want to say, I feel like we've been working towards the, yeah, we're going to lose this, what is that? It's a resort base. Darn it. All right, we'll need to go ahead and build another resort base here after this, after they're done blowing this one up and move out of system. I'll queue up another resort base. Yeah, so as I was saying, the Desolation Moon, it's something that we've been sort of working towards for quite a while now, and I would like to see it completed. So any changes I make will not be prior to the Desolation Moon becoming active. So once the Desolation Moon is completed, then I'm going to whatever I decide to do, that's likely when I'm going to do it. Because like I said, I want to see the Desolation Moon get online. I want to see it, you know, blow some stuff up. Normally I'm totally against, we'll say, destroying planets, because once you destroy a planet, that's it. It is gone. But at the same time, I do want to showcase it. So for the purposes of the Let's Play, we might pick one target to go ahead and wipe from the face of the galaxy. We have one ship from a strike force out here in the middle of the space. Where are the rest of them? So Strike Force Delta, what is their order? What are their orders? Their orders, they currently have no mission. I have a couple of ships that are a little bit damaged. I think, didn't I send them into the Isilis Major territory? Yeah, I sent them in here, I think, to to blow a few things up. Okay, wait, we still have some of the fleet over here. That's right, I forgot. Yeah, these guys need to get out of there. I don't think that the fleet is large or strong enough to be able to deal with this. So, yeah, I'm just gonna tell them to withdraw. They gotta go ahead and repair. We got a carrier here. It looks like the shields are just about down. Now, the nice thing is, you'll notice... Okay, there we go. Now they're focusing fire. I was going to say, the shields tend to be holding pretty well, and I think that might be because I prioritized shields that recharge quickly. So what's happening is they're not able to really get through the shield as easily, but there we go. My ship's all warped out of system. We're going to go ahead and make sure that they get repaired and that they are good to go. Strike Force Delta is going to go ahead and repair. We're going to go ahead and try another strike on this territory again in the near future. Like I said, I want to keep the pressure on. I've been way too passive up till now. You know, I kind of let the enemies come to me, and then I constantly will say, you know, on the on what's the term? Back foot? Basically, I'm always backpedaling. I'm always kind of on the defensive, whereas you know I need to be doing my own strikes and leaving my defensive fleets to do what they need to do. So this Tekin strike is not going to be successful, so we don't need to worry too much about that. All right, actually, I mentioned the Desolation Moon. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the Desolation Moon? Let's go ahead and zoom in on that sucker there. We are up to 56 components unbuilt, so it's almost there. It's I was about to make a really stupid statement. I was about to say it's closer than it's been has been up to date, or close as it's been so far. And I'm like, well, duh, it's a linear progression from being unbuilt to built. So, all right, never mind. Just ignore my stupidity. What have we got here? We have a this is a Tekin planet which we are attacking. Okay. Where is this? Xarton Junction. Okay, I know where this is. Okay. I'd forgotten about this because they've actually got defensive bases, so this is not a system that we've been sitting in. I think I may have given that order recently. Wow, Jason, your memory's doing wonders for you here. Okay, so we're basically, yeah, that's my tactic right now, because I'm still waiting on Strike Force Alpha, I think. Yeah, Strike Force Alpha. They currently have no mission, and they are sitting above the blue planet. Blue planet, you've got a bunch of troops, don't you? Yes, you do. So why don't we go ahead and get Strike Force Alpha to load up those troops? Then we can actually, have an invasion or two. Whatever. So I'm gonna get Strike Force Alpha to go ahead and load up the troops. It looks like there's a lot of troops on the blue planet, which is excellent. That's precisely what we want, so that we can go ahead and take a planet. Whereas the rest of my defensive fleets, I'm using, or not defensive, sorry, the rest of my strike forces, I'm using them to sort of control space. Prepare the way. We'll say pave the way for my invasion forces. Dang, things are getting slow. And actually, I guess as an exclusive for my channel, I may actually, and I've been saying this for a little while, but I may actually be rectifying, we'll say, the PC situation sometime in the very near future. So, because I am not 100% on that one just yet, I'm not going to go any further than that, but we might be looking at a nice increase in, we'll say, quality for the channel, something that I was not expecting to ever be able to say, honestly. But sorry, that's getting a little meta. We'll try to keep the meta talk maybe to its own video, and we'll stick with we'll just say the current game. All right, so our fights are going on, and because, like I said before, some point in the series, I would refer you to an episode number, but I don't know what episode it was, where I stated that in this game here, it's more important to prepare ahead of time than to be able to react. So, making sure that you've got defensive fleets where you're going to need them. That is more important than being able to react to things and send ships where where you need them. Preparation is, because of how slow things can happen, especially on a large map. I think that becomes more and more true the larger of a map that you play on. And since we're playing on the largest size map that you possibly can play on, you know, things can be very slow, and it's all about preparation. You can't just be like, well, this is my empire, I can move units from one side to the next as I need them. No. You need to treat each sector of space as its own specific area, which is funny because I often neglect entire huge sections of space. This actually reminds me of thinking about areas of space that I neglect. My population policy, I haven't been able to find anything that basically explains to me how I can get, we'll say, like a human colony, or move humans to a specific planet. So let me see here. Where was the planet? I'm trying to remember what the name of the planet was. Was it Leanna Prime? One of the planets I was trying to get humans to colonize. And it's already, oh, come on, Jason. And I couldn't do it. And what ended up happening was I was deporting a lot of this one here. That's right. That's what it was. Patrim Junction. So we're not accepting any other aliens, but we can assimilate others. But you know, the population is still growing because you know that we still have people on the planet. So this is not working. I don't know how to do it. Honestly, I think the only way to do this is to honestly get everyone off the planet and then bring in a colony ship and recolonize. Which is kind of disappointing. There might be a way to do it, but I have not been able to find a way to actually get, we'll say, or change the population on a particular planet. Because, like I said, I want to have a planet over in this sector of space that has humans, where I can build sort of human troops. Because we look at what Nemban Junction, it's what, ice planet, and it's colonized by Slookans. We've got what, Ilrud, ice, Tikans. What have we got here? We've got Baskara. What is this? Adoba, I think. We got Naxilians on that planet. Kalarba Major. We got Hakonish. We got Slookans, more Hakonish. So as you can see here, it's like my ground forces are just so inferior in this sector of space, just because I can't get any, we'll say, like human troop training facilities over here, because we have no human population over in this sector of space. So I guess that's kind of, well, part of the reason why, you know, I've got 928k sitting on Strike Force Alpha, which I just loaded up from the blue planet. Let's go ahead and blow up a planet now with this. So 928k. I don't know what the I don't remember what the strength was. I believe it was over 1,000 on Asilis Major. It was over 1,000. So I don't think, yeah, I can't check right now because I don't have an exploration ship in orbit or anything, but yeah, I'm kind of wondering if I should maybe build a few more units, special operations, armored, strike troops. You know, let's try it. You know, we're going to take control of space, like the territory above the planet and everything. Hopefully there will be enough modifiers that we will be able to take Asilis Major 1. I know I've said this before, and every time I've said it, it has ended in complete disaster, so you know, it's probably going to end in disaster here as well. What I'm going to do, though, is Strike Force Delta does not currently have a mission. So, I'm going to get Strike Force Delta to go up, clear the space above Asilis Major, or at least get us some intel while maybe destroying some of the space-based defenses they might have, and then go ahead and bring Strike Force Alpha in with the additional troops. Kanatar 1 has been colonized. Oh, the existing population Tikans have also joined our empire. They have presented us with a gift, you know, after you guys left our empire. That's great, guys. That's cool. Do you have any troops? You do have some troops. Okay. We'll go ahead and garrison you up. We'll make sure you've got a full 3. Select colony. Let's go to the colony real quick. Make sure that we are getting a spaceport up as quickly as possible so that we can start, you know, getting... Basically, a spaceport will help a lot with trade. It increases the throughput of, you know, being able to get cargo onto planets. So we definitely want, we'll say, at least a spaceport above the planet. It's not the best, but it will do, and it is now ours. You know, I've seen this fleet here in our system for the longest time. what is the 186th Fleet? They're still going after the Lulnar Major. Or they're just in the system. And they are, by the looks of things, destroying the defensive fleet. I think we actually might lose this one. Let's see here. It is an outdated design. What fleet? The Patriem Defense Force is currently being decimated. Well, we might need to replace that. So the Patriem Defense Force appears to be too damaged to build more ships. Dang, they've kept the pressure on in this system, haven't they? Wait, that's the Patriem Defense Force. So that's my ships over here from the Patriem Junction coming over here to help. Do I have a Lulnar Major defense fleet anymore? I don't think I do. No. So they've destroyed the entire defense force for the Lulnar Major, and they look like they're wiping out the defense fleet for Patriem Junction. Dang. Okay. All right. So Patriem Junction, medium spaceport. You're going to need to bolster those numbers up a little bit. Let's build a capital ship, 2 cruisers. And we will put them as part of the Lulnar Defense Force. We need to recreate the fleet because it looks like the Teekans actually were able to get through our defenses. Freaking Teekans. 3 ships. I don't know if that's necessarily enough, but then again, we've got a capital ship and 2 cruisers. That's some heavy firepower. Even though it's only 3 ships, that is some heavy firepower. So we're going to go ahead and put those as... I didn't say Zeta. I said new defense fleet, or new fleet, which it did. Okay, never mind. Sorry. 39th Fleet. So let's go ahead and pick the 39th Fleet. We'll call this one the Lulnar Defense Force. We'll select the fleet, use troop loadouts, select new home colony, and it was it Lulnar Major 1? There we go. Set home colony. And since we've selected the fleet, let's go ahead and switch them over to set up to sector and defense. So they're going to fly over there and they will defend everything in, we'll say, a radius from Lulnar Major. Patriem Junction. Yeah, the Patriem Defense Force looks like they've had to withdraw. Dang. So they've got a clear shot straight towards Lulnar Major. The spaceport looks to be damaged, and I don't think the defensive base will be able to hold off that attack. So Patriem Defense Force is down to 2 ships. I think we need to bolster those numbers as well. So let's go ahead and once again here at Patriem Junction, let's go ahead and build another capital ship and 2 cruisers, and we'll roll those into the Patriem Defense Force. So let's go ahead and grab the U3 and Patriem Defense Force. There we go. And I'm pretty sure that that defense force has already been configured and set up, so we don't need to worry too much about it. This is a little bit concerning, though, because that means that Lulnar Major is basically being defended by a single defensive base, which I'm not sure we'll be able to hold off an attack from... Ooh, we got, what, 2 3 we got quite a few cruisers. These are some heavy ships. Sorry, they're heavy ships. 436. What is the size of our cruisers? Let's just go ahead and take, for example, Strike Force Alpha, size 537. So, oh wow, it's actually outdated as well. So, actually, since we're waiting for troops to be built for Strike Force Alpha, why don't we go ahead and just say, hey, why don't you retrofit to the latest design Strike Force Alpha while Delta goes ahead and starts blowing up stuff in Asilis territory. So, okay, the Patriem Defense Force looks like it's coming back, but the Teekans look like they've withdrawn. They didn't go for the planet. So I don't know if they were coming in and then they wanted to take out maybe a mining base we might have had in the system. That's a very real possibility. I haven't been paying attention to too much to the warnings I've been getting about stuff going down, so let's go ahead and rebuild some things because I'm pretty sure we've lost some sources of various resources. I hear shooting. Where's that coming from? Down here. Okay, so that's a cruiser versus what? A frigate? Yeah. I'm not gonna worry about that. All right. So we've taken the steps to make sure that this system will be as well defended as we can as well as we can do. Strike Force Delta is almost at Acilis Major. Let's speed up the clock just a little bit to, dang, come on, stop with the attacks. Oh, crap, I think one of our ships already made it into system. I think it's faster than the others. Ooh, no. Some of our ships already made it in, and they're gonna get totally wrecked. Okay. Dang, that is a lot of ships. Okay, let me take a look at the ground forces. Ground forces, we are looking at a total strength on Acilis Major of 1077. Strike Force Delta is, they're getting beat up. Let's see how much they can do. It does look like Acilis Major is using this planet to build some more ships. So if we can interrupt that, we can stop their fleet from, we'll say, rebolstering their own numbers. So Strike Force Delta, currently we're at what, 23 ships? We're going to be losing some. I think we just lost one. There was one right here. So yeah, this here, I'm not expecting to win this engagement. I think we're gonna do a little bit of damage and then maybe pull out. I mostly wanted the recon. I wanted the information about the planet, you know, the troop composition and all that. But yeah, Strike Force Delta I don't think can handle this. Then again, these are smaller ships, but there's a lot of them. Yeah, our ships are just dropping. And we've got actually troop transports in here as well, so it's not like we had 20 ships, or had 23 I think it was. It's not like we have 20 ships that are all, you know, top of the line, made for destroying everything. We're down to 20 ships here. I think it's time to pull out. Alright, so we're gonna pull out. We've gotten the intel we need. I'm actually not sure Strike Force Alpha can do this on their own. Strike Force Bravo is continuing to apply pressure, and oh, what's going on here? So the Tekin planet is being bombarded by the Canarith Prime territory. Dude, that's not cool. Like, I'm okay with going to war with the Tekins, but you're, like, slaughtering the population here. So Strike Force Bravo is basically wiping out everything in the space above, what planet is this? Aruth? And it looks like the Canarith Prime territory is going to be taking control of this. I see you, Agent Guy. I'll get to you in a second. I'm wondering, can we talk with the Canarith Prime territory? They're furious with us, but we have a trade agreement with them. Can I speak with them? Let's see. Send a warning. Can I send a warning? No. There's nothing I can really say. I really don't approve of that. Even though I've done it once. Yeah, Jason, you're a hypocrite. Okay. But I did it to show off the game to you guys. I didn't do it because I was a jerk. Yeah, I guess it could be argued that my reasons were even more pathetic. I just want to show people that you can blow up planets. Yeah. Great thinking. Alright, well, it's obvious here that... Oh, we're gonna run into some problems here. Because the Strike Force Bravo is going to be in their territory if they manage to take the planet. So they're going to be telling us to get out of their system. You know what? You want to fight this? You want to go ahead and take that planet? You can go ahead and take the planet yourself. Resupply ship. We're going to go ahead and tell it to join the nearest fleet. And I'm going to tell Strike Force Bravo to go ahead and refuel and repair. So that means the resupply ship is now undeploying, and they will be leaving the system. We'll let the Canarith Prime territory fight their own fight there. I'm not going to have my Strike Force, you know, basically fight the whole thing for them. If the Tekins want to, we'll say, duke it out with the Canarith Prime territory over their own stuff, sure. I'm not going to help them. Or I'm not going to help the Canarith Prime territory because, I don't want them to expand. You know, they could come in here and then start to, oh, you know what? They're doing that to all of the territories that we've started to like blockade and stuff. No, maybe they haven't. I thought I saw green here, or was that the territory directly below it? It was right below it. Great job, Jason. Yeah, that's what it looks like they're doing. They're piggybacking off of our strength. War no good. We stop now. You stop too? Alright, we agree. I didn't really want to get into a fight with the Teekans in the first place. And, so what I'm gonna do is we're no longer at war with the Teekans, so we're out. Peace. I'll pull out my, let's see, Strike Force Bravo's already withdrawing, so I just need to get Charlie out of there as well. I'm doing it! The Teekans basically are saying remove military forces from system, and I'm like, give me a second, I'm still working on it. Sheesh, people, a little bit of patience. I am moving my forces out. Oh, did they make peace with the Canareth Prime territory as well? Let's take a look at the diplomacy screen. So the Teekans are currently at war with... no, they're not. Wait, what's this? Accept offer. Treaty on offer. So the Teekans have offered us a treaty. Let's see, what are they offering us? Treaty proposed. We urge you to consider our proposal to an end of this pointless war. Is that really it? You know, we could get back into trade. You know, we'd be great trade partners. Accept offer? Sure. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's try trading with the Teekans. This is kind of a weird move. It's like all of a sudden, all at once, stop going to war, and we're gonna start trading some of our really valuable stuff with them. Because the Teekans, actually that's kind of how I've noticed I've played this. If we'll say an empire is really small in comparison to me, and I want to keep it sort of propped up a little bit, I feed it the really valuable resources. I wonder if there's we'll say merit to that idea. Alright, so Strike Force Delta's pulling out of there. We are still at war with the Asilis Major Enclave. I'm still a little bit sour that they sort of forced our hand there, so like I said, we're gonna take their capital, we're gonna take their home planet, and that's gonna be, I guess that's gonna be fun or something. Sure, yeah. So Strike Force Alpha is currently... What? They've taken the planet Bistani Major. 1. Huh. Okay. And what is this? This is our... which fleet is this? This is the Bistani Defense Force. Alright, well, guess what, Bistani Defense Force? You are now blockading Bistani Major 1. And what fleet is this? The Yinker Defense Force. Okay, they've come over from another system to help out. I think. Where's... Oh, yeah, Yinker Junction. Alright, so we're gonna try to... Oh, no, they got some of our defensive bases. Oh, these... I'm not happy with these guys. Alright. Strike Force, Charlie. You have no troops. But if you could come in and wipe out these orbital batteries, that would be great. They still have most of their fuel. Actually, there's a couple ships that still need... Darn it. Never mind, just go refuel. I'll take this planet back when I invade their home planet. Jerks. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that the Bistani Defense Force is about to be annihilated completely. That's the Yinker Defense Force. What are you? You are a floater. Also a floater. Yeah, Bistani Defense Force is down to 2 ships. Yeah, not a whole lot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've lost this engagement. Darn it. Okay. It actually looks like this, what is it, the Fearless Liberty, this capital ship. It's actually holding its own against this, this defensive battery. What design is this? DFB-23. I'm curious, is this an outdated design, or is that our newest design of a defensive base? Let's see, DFB. 25 MK5. Let me see. Show, we'll say all designs. Show me every single design. and I want to see where the DFB 23 is. How old are these defensive bases that I had there? This might be an indicator of how they were able to capture it. So that's a pretty old defensive base. It is definitely obsolete. Awesome. So if these were our we'll say top of the line, you know, newest defensive bases, then I would have been worried. It would have been a bit more of a problem. I would have been a little bit more apprehensive about being able to retake the planet here. But yeah, I think we can do this. Yeah, we got this. Just gonna make sure everyone's all loaded up. Okay, so we've got two main objectives I want to accomplish. Objective number 1 is to reclaim Bastani Major 1, I think it was. And the second objective is to take Isilis Major. If we look at Strike Force Alpha, zoom on in. Let's see, they're above the Blue Planet. Blue Planet has some troops, but I think, no. Strike Force Alpha, please load troops at the Blue Planet. And then once those are loaded, we're going to go ahead and just assault their homeworld. Okay, so we have those two objectives. What do we need to be able to achieve these objectives? Well, the home planet, I'm pretty sure Strike Force Alpha can handle that. I'm pretty sure that they can handle that on their own. Bastani Major, we're going to need to load up one of our Strike Forces with some troops. Yanker Junction is the nearest one. Darn it, but we can't get human troops from there. Actually, you know, while we still have ships in system, I want to know what the ground forces are like on Bastani Major 1. Looks like they have a total strength of 333. Yeah, we should be able to take that. This one defensive base is going to be a problem. Well, it's not going to be like a real problem. It's just basically, it's going to destroy the Bastani defense force. But at the same time, I want to keep it weakened. I don't want it to get a chance to get back up to full power. So, what is my nearest strike force? Let's see, where are my strike forces currently refueling and preparing here? Strike Force Bravo is... Why are you still down there? Get out of there. Strike Force Echo, you are up there. You are currently en route to... where is this? To go ahead and get refueled. Okay, you're going to be up here. Strike Force... Charlie's... Whoa, wait. Seriously? Okay, I was like, what are you doing all the way up there? Evident? Oh, I just learned something fun. Sorry, this episode has been really kind of weird, but I've learned something fun here. If you assign a hotkey to a ship, I have 4 currently. I had 4 assigned to something, and that ship gets destroyed. When you double tap the hotkey, it shows you where it was destroyed. That's why it keeps snapping me up here, is because I kept hitting 4, because I have my Strike Force keys on my numbers, but I guess I had 4 for something else, and then I jumped over to 5 and 6 for my other 2 defensive forces. So, yeah, it looks like I had something, and because it wasn't assigned to anything, it still remembered the location, the last location of whatever it was I had hotkeyed. So, I guess, hey, if you want to know what happened to something, you can go ahead and double tap its hotkey. So I'm going to get Strike Force Delta to come in, wipe out this defensive base, and then I'm going to get them to load up some troops somewhere. I don't know where they're going to get troops, but we're going to get some troops for them. Strike Force Alpha is looking nice and strong, so let's go ahead and begin this invasion. And by begin this invasion, I mean leave it on a cliffhanger that we will see next time. Sorry, everyone. I'm not going to go right by the planet. We're going to go ahead by Isilis Major 2. That's where we're going to send Strike Force Alpha, and that's where they're going to sort of wait before making the attack. We're going to draw the defenses away from the planet, and then we're going to go ahead, and once we've destroyed the defensive ships, we're going to go ahead and take out the defensive bases. I also need to deal with my intelligence agent, which I made a mental note of, but we're out of time for today. So, we're going to save this as LP61. As I've said before, I'm still considering exactly how I'm going to be handling this. Like I said, if you have anything to add and you haven't already, let me know. Let me know. I'm still considering everything about how I'm going to handle this series, because I still enjoy the series, but I can understand if it's not as enjoyable. So, Yeah, anyways, if you liked the video, you liked the content, and you would like to see more of it, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comment section, and until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.